This is my autofocus test on the Lumix G100 compared to the Lumix G7. It's set to face detect for the first test. Lumix G counts down. Both have got me there on the face detect. Got a Rode Video Go mic on the Lumix G7 and using the onboard microphone on the Lumix G100. Test the autofocus, go out of frame, back in, walking backwards, back in the frame. Is that tracking me now? Am I getting tracked by both cameras? How's the Lumix G7 going? It's the kit lens on both of them. The Lumix G7 is the 14 to 42 and the G100 is the 12 to 32. Is it tracking? Is it pulsing? Both cameras are set to full auto for aperture exposure. With the Lumix G100, when the screen is facing forward, it automatically goes to face detection. Therefore, I think I need to turn it around the screen to do some of the other tests. Or maybe I can change it why it's like that, I'm not sure. Now both cameras are set to the 49 area. I have to leave the Lumix G100 screen facing backwards, not towards me, because it automatically goes to face tracking when the screen is forward. Is that tracking any better than the face tracking? How's the performance there from the Lumix G7 and the Lumix G100? The sun's directly facing at me, so there's lots of light. These autofocus systems seem to fail a bit in low light, so that's another test I can do with low light settings and low light autofocus, low light stabilization for the G100 also. Directly hitting the LCD screens. The G100 is still very readable, where the G7 is not, unless I shade it using my shade. With the G100 you can still see it from nearly any angle, even with the glare from direct sunlight. I could grab my other camera to show that. There we go. I'll bring this camera over to have a look. I'll just turn them a bit more level. Looking at it with my own eyes, the G100 is brighter. It seems to have less glare and reflection on the screen. I can see more detail even standing back here, where the G7, which still seems to have a good screen also, it can be more difficult to see, especially when you're angled to the screen as well. it's focusing now. I'm using a Panasonic HC770 camcorder. Probably should have set it to manual focus, because you can manual focus this one. Oh, there we go, I picked it up. Something just happened then, or a heat warning, I'm not sure what that was. I'll have to play it back, because I picked it up with this camcorder. Alright, Uluru, that's me test of these two cameras, the Lumix G100 and the Lumix G7 autofocus test.